Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday. It is January 20th, and I wanted to publish a Sunday pep talk. I started this a few weeks ago on my blog, thebeautymom.blog, and I wanted to continue this. I know that in January, a lot of women start to think about weight loss, and I just wanted to go into that subject a little bit tonight. I do have a diploma in fitness and nutrition. I have 6 certifications. I worked as a women's wellness consultant for the better part of 5 years. I also published Fit Beautiful magazine at one time, which was a digital magazine. I had 16 people working for me. And so I have learned a lot in my lifetime. I'm 61. I was started in athletics when I was 9. I have been in the fitness mode, I guess you could say, since 18 when I joined my first health spa. So I have a lot of experience. I have professional training. I'm certified advanced yoga, advanced aerobics. I'm certified personal trainer, master trainer, sports nutrition, and Pilates. So I have quite a lot of education behind me as well as practical experience. Okay, weight loss. All right, let's talk about the weight of our body. I just want to predicate this with saying that my videos are not for any woman who has health issues at all. You need to be a healthy individual to watch instructions online or read books about fitness and nutrition, and that's just smart. If you have health issues, then your go-to should be a medical doctor. Okay, with that said, all right, weight loss and weight, or body weight. There is a healthy weight range for all of us based on our height and our skeletal frame. There are plenty of apps out there online, free apps on websites where you can go in and you can get your BMI, body mass index, and it will give you the healthy range that you should be in, etc. Typically, 18 would be good. You shouldn't be too much more than 22 or 23, 24-ish, on the high side, depends. You should be in that range. Okay, 18 at the low, I would say, and 24 at the high. All right, weight. A lot of diet centers, a lot of diet programs will want to sell you on the idea of lose weight fast, lose weight. Even in public, you'll hear people talk about, oh, you look great, you've lost weight. Okay, weight is a lot of different factors. It's how much water's in your body, how much fat, how much muscle, and then add into all that the weight of our organs and the weight of our skeletal frame, and that makes up us. You need to know your healthy weight range, and if you have any doubts, go to a doctor. A doctor's office can tell you you should be between this and this. So let's just say, for argument's sake, it's between 125 and 135. Those numbers are not going to work for everyone, but they work for some. Whatever works for you, works for you. There's no good, there's no bad, there's no better. There's health, or there's healthy, and there's not healthy, okay? So let's look at it that way. Weight loss can be a lot of different things. You can lose fluids, you can lose fat, and you can lose muscle. Losing excess fluid is okay. Losing excess fat is okay. Losing muscle, I think most of the world knows that's not a good idea. Losing muscle from your body is going to do a lot of kind of difficult things, make things difficult for you. It's going to make you weaker. It's going to not support your skin and your body, including your spine, the same way. And you're not going to have the posture, the strength, the ability to work out, the ability to live your everyday life the same way as you did before. You're going to feel worn out. You can sleep 10 hours and still feel tired, that sort of thing. That is loss of muscle. You don't want that. All right, weight is based on what's right for you. And you should have, my lipstick is getting stuck here. You should have that weight range in mind at all times. When you focus only on losing weight, you lose, period. And I believe that's why, and based on everything I've told you about my background, that's why most diet programs fail. If you want to get kind of a wake-up call about the situation, I know in the United States this is a fact, and probably elsewhere in the world it is too. Look up good numbers such as the CDC, the American Medical Association, etc., or any medical-based or professional fitness-based information that will tell you what the obesity stats are in the United States right now. And they're going up all the time. It's 60, 70% in adults. And the sad thing is that the children are also becoming unhealthier and unhealthier when it comes to weight. And yet, go down any diet product aisle in any drugstore, any supermarket, any other store that sells weight loss products, look up weight loss online, and you'll probably have so many websites, you'll never be able to see them all. It is incredible how much is out there, and yet, America, the stats keep going up the wrong way because diet programs, by and large, don't work, and they don't work in the long run. What you need to learn to do is eat right, exercise, and find the formula that works for you. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of humor in this, but it's got a serious, base to it. I promise you. Okay. A lot of us have watched the classic comedy show I Love Lucy, and there's one episode that I think could be even the most popular of all, and that's the one where Lucy and Ethel are working in this candy factory. And here you have all this candy coming down the conveyor, and their job is to wrap it up and send it off. Okay, so here comes the candy down the conveyor. Lucy and Ethel are working fine. They wrap the candy, they put it in the box or whatever, and they send it down the conveyor. Well, the manager comes in and looks at them and says, wow, you two are doing so well. Turns around immediately and says, speed it up. And all this candy comes in. Well, Lucy and Ethel are frantic. They have so much candy that they don't know what to do with it. So what happens is they start stuffing it in their hats and their clothes and all this. And that's kind of what your body does when you put too much food in it. You give it more fuel than it needs. It stores it. And this is just not what you want to happen. So you need to find the right calorie base for you. And there's a calorie count and exercise also amount that you need to burn calories. And yes, there are some ways that you can kind of cheat with this and speed up your metabolism, but the best way to speed your metabolism, ladies, is to work out, go slow and long on the elliptical or take that run. Take it back a few notches, go a little slower. Slower, prolonged activity burns more fat. You also need to add weights to your life 5 days a week, I'm going to say, and you need to progress up with it. Up with your reps and sets and up with the amount of weight. Be comfortable, absolutely, but make some progress upwards. That's going to build muscle, and that is the ticket to not being Lucy and Ethel with all this candy that's stuffing in their hats and everywhere else. Because if you add muscle, okay, my part of this story, muscle is as if you added Fred and Ricky to their team. Okay, so now you've got more people or muscle burning all that candy coming down the conveyor. Candy represents how many calories you have during the day. Candy comes in, your calories come in, you've got your body as it was, plus added muscle in Fred and Ricky. And this will help to burn more calories, so you've got more use to what you're eating, and you have a better efficient use of your food. That's the way. Build muscle, build endurance, eat right, add more water to your diet, and I think that you just need to stop the whole diet mentality. There's no reason for any woman to cut carbs. My goodness, you're going to cut fruit and veggies? How horrible. You do know that this leads to gout. And this is why there's a gout problem in the world again. That was something that should have been gone centuries ago and was for quite a while. But the reason why is that people are eating a lot of meat and heavy cheeses and sauces. As long as there's no carbs, it's considered okay. It's not okay to put all this fat into your body. It's not okay to limit good fresh veggies and fresh fruit. It's just not. Bread's not the enemy. Potatoes are not the enemy. Refined sugar is something you really need to look at. And every time you want to go and reach for it, say, do I really need that? Once a week should be about the limit on that one. I know that sounds hard for some with a sweet tooth, but once a week, even less. Once a month would be even better. Bread is not the enemy. Choose whole grain breads. Cheese is not the enemy. Look for low-fat cheese. Low-fat dairy is one place where you can really use a diet product, quote unquote, because you can skim the fat out of dairy without adding any artificial things to it. Taking the fat out of other products might do it. Okay, so going for low-fat cookies and low-fat, whatever, they're putting something else in there, the companies that make it, to, kind of compensate for that lack of fat. You have to have something in there to give it the same consistency, so you're going to like it. The other thing is ground turkey, ground chicken, turkey sausage, turkey bacon, that sort of thing is really good. Spice it up. I think it's a little bland all by itself. That's my opinion. But there are ways that you can change your diet and not make it so, restricted, as in getting little packages and that sort of thing. I don't think that works for most people. I think most people get sick of it and they want to go out somewhere and binge. Exercise. Long and slow. Add weights to your diet, add weights to your exercise program 5 days a week. You can use low-fat cheeses, low-fat dairy products, perfect. Turkey, bacon, turkey sausage. Use light breads, that's okay. Just make sure that it's not a company that's going to, load it up with, something else, sugar or artificial flavor or something like that. Be mindful, be a label reader, and add a couple of more glasses of water to your diet every day. And a healthy woman should get herself in shape. Your body should like this, and you should get to the weight that you should be at. But weight is relative. The more muscle you build, the heavier that scale is going to be. But we'll talk about that another time. I've taken up a lot of time tonight, and I am convinced that shorter videos are better and that more people watch them. So I really don't want to go on, but this is a big subject for me. I've got a lot of training in this area, and I believe in being fit and being healthy and being happy about what you eat as well. And that's really the main thing. So I will leave you with that this Sunday night, ladies, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will be back again. Good night.